0, Keegan Okino. Number 44, Boston McDonald. Number 4, Chase Chavon. Number 7, Blake Miracle. Number 8, Andrew Bowman. Number 11, Gavin Gunderson. Number 12, Christopher Moncton. Number 13, Shiloh Holly. Number 14, Ty Pilkington. Number 15, James Hall. Number 16, Logan Schmidt. Number 17, Jimmy Murphy. Number 18, Morgan Trites. Number 20, Liam Aston. Number 22, Ethan Caban. Number 23, Nicholas Ludweiler. Number 25, Connor Murphy. Number 26, Aiden McDonald. Welcome back. Number 33, Matt Boas. And number 91, Aiden Collery. Head coach, Simon Stocks. Assistant coach, Julian Kolb. And your team manager, Sean Lullen. Now to meet your Poco Saints. Number 55, Amani Mitten. Number 8, Ashton Brown. Number 2, Nolan Ross. Number 3, Lincoln Wall. Number 4, Ty Fisher. Number 5, Austin Lamoureux. Number 6, Ethan Quinn. Number 8, Lee Stockstater. Number 10, Braden Lady. Number 11, Ethan Self. Number 12, Jensen Jones. Number 14, Caitlin Mander. Number 17, Finn Halliday. Number 18, Silas Richmond. Number 19, Jordan Meach. Number 22, Hunter Meyer. Number 24, Jordy Neary. Number 25, Dylan Eilert. Number 34, Josh Mills. Number 77, Andrew Cowan. Head coach, Travis Cornwall. Assistant coaches, Jeff Cornwall. Ian Patterson, Kevin Shoemaker. Your GM, Josh Wall. And your governor, Dave Kidd. At this time, the Poco Group Saints would like to respect and acknowledge that we are playing the Creator's Game on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Coquitlam First Nation, which lies within the shared territories of the Tsleil-Waututh, Katzie, Musqueam, Kakit, Squamish, and Stolo nations. We'd now like to start off by playing the Iroquois National Anthem in honor of the Creator and Iroquois. Please remain standing.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all our sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for
Playoff season in Poco has finally arrived. At this time, 2 years ago, this very same Port Coquitlam team found themselves at the depth of the BCJALL standings, having lost every single regular season game except for one. Fast forward to present day, and they hold home floor advantage as the second overall seed. It's Poco, it's Nanaimo, it's game one, and it's all coming up next. Welcome into BC Sports TV, ladies and gentlemen. Tino Farah here, your voice for game one of round one of the BCJALL playoffs between the second-seeded Poco Saints and the third-seeded Nanaimo Timbermen. Let's get you your starting goaltenders here, shall we? And let's start off in the hometown crease. Wearing number 88 is Ashton Brown. Through the regular season, had a record of 7-4-1 and 8.77 goals against average and an .822 save percentage, as he will watch on from that hometown crease and look for a strong start through the playoffs. And let's go down to the other end of the floor here, shall we? He was the starter all year long, and why wouldn't he be once again? Wearing 00, it will be Keegan Okino. Had a regular season record of 10-6, an 8.32 goals against average and an .830 save percentage. This is a Nanaimo team that relies heavily on their goaltender, and they will do so, I'm sure, once again. And welcome back to the John Bailey Arena to Aiden McDonald, but this time not in a Poco Saints uniform. He dons the Nanaimo black and red. And with that, we are underway for game one of the postseason. Possession goes the way of Nanaimo, looking to set the tone early on the road. Ty Pilkington collects following the faceoff violation. Now Matt Boas rounds the corner, sends it over to the righties. Now they go to work as Jordy Neary works on his man, bats the ball free, and chasing it down now will be Jensen Jones. Room to work with, but the defenders come on to take away his space. He'll round the corner behind the net and find Silas Richmond, getting into his first game since being acquired at the trade deadline by these Saints. Was out due to injury through the remainder of the regular season, but now gets back into game action. And he has possession now. Swing pass over to the far side, over top, goes just wide as that Josh Mills bid got sent off target. Potential fast break for Nanaimo, but taken away by the back check. Big collision near center, courtesy of Nolan Ross. And Ty Fisher now battling with his former teammate Aiden McDonald. Takes a second hit from behind as Nolan Ross pins him into the end boards, wrestles him down to the turf. What a start here for the Saints on the defensive end, and here they go the other way. Ethan Quinn finds Kalen Mander, who dishes to Lise Dockstader. Late change here for Poco as the late man joining in is Andrew Cowan, and he'll have to go back as the pass was picked off. Here comes Shiloh Hawley. Leaves near the restraining line. He'll head off for a change now as Nanaimo finishes the rest of their change. And they'll get back to work here offensively. Ty Pilkington joining in, streaking through the middle of the floor. Nanaimo tries to work their way over top. Pass goes down low to Markle. He takes a collision, loses the ball in the process. Still no registered shots on goal yet, as we are just about 2 minutes through this first period. Here's Mills. Late man joining is Halliday as Richmond takes the pass from the far side, shoots over top, well wide. Might have deflected off of a stick or just shaking off some of that rust. He'll head off now as Nanaimo looks to try to get the first shot of the game, but runs into three defenders. Eventually the ball gets knocked loose, batted towards the center line, and collected by Andrew Bowman, the Nanaimo captain. Led the team in goals through the regular season with 34. Be one of the trigger men here for this Timbermen team as they get a shot off, also sent wide, so we remain shotless through almost 3 minutes of action. Who wants to break the stalemate and set the tone? Both teams with a handful of defensive stops here early through game one. Here comes Lincoln Wall to the near side. Austin Lamoureux joins with Silas Richmond. A backhand swing pass over to the far side crease. Wants it back to him. Had it sent, but was just off the mark. And now he'll apply pressure on the back check. Joined by Andrew Cowan and Lise Dockstader. A shot from a really tough angle by Shiloh. Holly goes off the corner boards and out of play. Got to imagine the Nanaimo coaching staff would have liked him to pull it out and slow things down instead of sending Poco back the other way, essentially with a free clear. They'll go back to work. 20 on the shot clock. Andrew Cowan comes over top, finds Hunter Meyer with a low shot. There's the first one, and the first goal goes to Poco as Finn Halliday cashes in and puts his team up 1-0. Meyer with the low shot, rebound falls right on top of the crease. And right place, right time for Finn Halliday, who is so good hunting for those rebounds. At 17 regular season goals, now finds his first of the postseason. Back come the Saints. Wall with a low shot, blocked. A little bit of friendly fire, they'll say, as that goes off the foot of Josh Mills and out of play. Poco did win the regular season series between these two teams. Only played twice, but Poco collecting both victories. 11-8 and 12-6 as they go the other way. Halliday looking for another one, puts it off the foot of Okino and sends it out of play. Strong start here for Finn Halliday. Shots now 3-0 in favor of the Saints after that last bid by Halliday. He'll remain out on the turf. Cowan to Meyer, working with Lamoureux. Swing pass over the far side. Another one over to Lamoureux, who just could not put it home. Came out of his stick as quickly as it went in, off the feed across the floor by Dockstader. Now the Timbermen look to answer back, still looking for their first shot of the game. As the Poco captain, Braden Lady, gets onto the turf, directing traffic from the defensive end. Here's Liam Ashton. Comes over top. Matt Boas returns that feed now to the near side. Bowman back over to the righties. Pilkington. The two number 14s, and Pilkington and Mander go head to head. Mander wins that battle. Pilkington wanted a call. Not going to get it. Mander now sends it over to Lady. Takes a check from behind. Shoots, and a great save by Okino. A goal line stand denies that bid from the captain. Now Nanaimo gets back into the offensive zone. Again, still looking for their first shot on target. Maybe it comes from the captain in Bowman. Back out onto the floor, joined by Aiden McDonald, the former member of this Saints team. Now Miracle with a shot short side and fought off by Ashton Brown. Just steps outside of his crease to allow that to fall out of his glove and out of danger. Here's Mills. Silas Richmond back out onto the turf. Hunter Meyer, the late man. Shot blocked. Opportunity here for Nanaimo if they're quick. Unable to take the loose ball cleanly. Lincoln Wall collects it instead. No reset, though, on the clock, they'll say. Don't think Poco's fully aware of it. Mills became aware at the last second and threw it towards the goal, but the shot clock will expire, and Nanaimo will come back the other way. Here's Logan Schmidt. Near side feed, Matt Boas. Back to the perimeter, connecting with Liam Ashton. Now Pilkington. Return to Schmidt, now down low to the corner. Boas has room in front of him. Skips one to the far side. Ashton takes a high check, tries to spin underneath, now comes back over top of the corner, but a good stick check there by Jordan Meach. Now a 2-on-0 turns into a 3-on-1 as Lamoureux streaking off the bench, and a great save. Rebound available, Meach takes it, shoots, and another save by Okino. And we'll get an interference call against Nanaimo as Jordan Meach drew that one. Strong start here for these Saints, looking to double up on their lead, and they'll try again here after the shot clock reset. Dockstader to Richmond, now Halliday, the lone goal scorer, shoots, looking top corner, just missed, and Cowan can't collect the rebound. He'll apply pressure, but the back over call negates said pressure. He'll continue it near the center line, but Nanaimo starts in the offensive zone. Now Bowman from the perimeter. Looks down low, connects with Pilkington. Boas from the near side, driving downhill, has room, but Neary closed that gap. Now back to the outside. Here's McDonald with a low shot. A sidearm bouncer goes wide. Rebound falls near center. And another odd man rush for Poco. A 3-on-1. Down low, Ethan Self robbed by Okino. Big rebound falls to the outside. Mander hunting for it. Collects, one hand on his stick, stumbles, but able to send it back near the center line, and Poco retains possession. Richmond gets underneath the late check, courtesy of Bowman, waits for some help. Late man joining is Finn Halliday. He'll drive through the middle. Now a shot from distance, deflected just wide. Big collision as Lincoln Wall asserts that physical presence. Now Nanaimo has a man in front if they can hit him in time. Ty Fisher takes away that opportunity. Collery just didn't quite see him in time, and the captain, Braden Lady, takes it away. The intensity on the turf is ramping up, and what else would you expect from the BC Junior A playoffs? As Coquitlam and Burnaby get underway this evening as well. Pass to the middle, Mills steps through the crease as he got that shot off. No save necessary for Keegan Okino. Shots now 6-1 in the early stages of this one in favor of Poco. Logan Schmidt connects with Markle. Return to him now. Shoots over top. Goes well wide. Rebound falls to Pilkington. 5 to shoot. Rounding the corner and shooting into the crest of, Ashton Brown. That was Liam Ashton with that shot on target. Second official shot for these Timbermen. Here's Lee Stockstader. Back to the outside, Lamoureux with room, fakes the shot, sends it over to Meyer, has to bobble it, but keeps possession. Skip feed down low to the corner, and Dockstader couldn't take it through the forest of sticks in front of him. Now Bowman gets it over center just in time. Aiden McDonald. Down low to the corner, near side, 12 to shoot. Miracle takes the stick check from Lady, gets a shot off still, and Brown with a sharp save on that test. Mander gets back over center. Cowan first to collect. As Poco elects to go righty strong. Here's Finn Halliday, muscling his way. Working on Chase Chavon, one of the trade deadline acquisitions for Nanaimo, coming over from the Langley Thunder. Passes off the mark. Meyer with it. Couple seconds to shoot. Sends it off the face mask of Chavon and into the corner. That's a block that his team will thank him for later. Officially halfway through the first period. Poco still leading 1-0 here in game one of round one. Pass finds Matt Boas near side. Has room, winds, fires, puts it off the post. Now Nanaimo on the reset. Schmidt gives it to the righties. Liam Ashton skips it back to the lefties. Boas returns it to the outside. Ashton couldn't take it cleanly, and here comes Poco quickly the other way. It's Jordy Neary with a man on his back, gets a shot off and sends it just wide. Good back check there, courtesy of Liam Ashton, who bobbled the original pass and then got all the way back into the defensive end to take away that chance. Now here's Nanaimo as Fisher works on his man. At the very least delays this Nanaimo change, but now they facilitate the rest of it. Aiden McDonald will be the late man joining as the shot clock goes down to about 10 seconds. Miracle over to the far side. Lutweiler drives low. Another good stick check from this Poco defensive squad. That one from Ty Fisher. Couple seconds remaining on the shot clock. They try the dunk attempt from behind. Not going to go, and Poco will again take possession. Here's Lincoln Wall. Had that big collision earlier in this period. He'll send it to the outside. Lefty strong here for Poco. It's Mills, winds, fires, sends it wide. Off the end boards, off of the ceiling, ending that possession. Now here comes Logan Schmidt. Trying to escape the pressure of Self, finds Bowman through the middle, shoots, stopped by Brown, his toughest test of the period by far. But he takes away that chance from these Timbermen, who have almost drawn even in the shots category. Now 6-5 Poco leads. It was 6-1 just a moment ago. Here's Wall, halfway through the shot clock. Lamoureux, swing pass over to the far side. Now Mills through the middle, shoots, stopped by the elbow of Okino, rebound through to the middle. Collected by Nanaimo, and that'll give us our first power play of the game, as the man-up unit of these Saints will go to work. Extreme Threads is the official uniform supplier for the WLA and teams around the world. Your one-stop shop for customized team or company apparel, embroidery, screen printing designs, and sublimated team uniforms. ExtremeThreads.ca. So through the regular season, this Poco power play was firing at 45%. They go to work early with a shot courtesy of Dockstader, stopped by Okino. They got the look they wanted on a set play through the middle, but just could not bury. Now Nanaimo goes the other way shorthanded. Another good stick check from Mander.
Nanaimo penalty.
And Nolan Ross gets away from that.
2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 12-12. DeWitt slashing.
Here's Andrew Cowan to Silas Richmond, joined by Austin Lamoureux on the near side, the two former Delta teammates, as Richmond has his shot blocked, causes a turnover. Now Lamoureux looking far side, fought off by Okino, and Richmond collects the loose ball. Fresh 30 for Poco, still in the power play for just over a minute. As Cowan skips one down low, through the middle, shot also sent wide by Dockstader. Poco's getting their looks, but they just cannot hit the net right now. Cowan from the point, fake shot to Mills, low shot, stopped by Okino, and he'll collect the loose ball. Looking up in transition, finding Pilkington, who gets a hit from behind by Jordy Neary, and he's going to head off to the sin bin now on that check from behind on Ty Pilkington. Rycor Construction has been providing quality craftsmanship to the Lower Mainland for over 15 years, specializing in residential renovations, anything from a kitchen or bathroom makeover to a full home renovation. They're family owned and operated and pride themselves on an exceptional client experience. RycorConstruction.ca. So 4-on-4 action for the next 40 or so seconds as Pilkington, who drew the penalty, remains out on the floor. Now Matt Boas takes the feed, and another stick check. This one from Braden Lady. That's something that Poco has clearly emphasized here in game one. They're probably up to, honestly, I would say about 10 of these stick checks on the defensive end, causing turnover after turnover and ending possessions early for this Nanaimo team. Now they'll go to work on the offensive side. We remain 4-on-4 for the next 10 seconds. Shot from the outside by Halliday. Okino handles that easily. He's got a man up the play. And Mander, first man off the bench, at the very least deflects. It is Shiloh Hawley. Couldn't take it. Mander takes it away himself, heads up the floor. Fakes the pass, now gets over center with a second to spare. Mills on his wrong side, just avoids the crease, streaking off ball. Now pinned in the corner boards. Content with killing clock. Does not want to give up possession. 10 seconds remain on the shot clock. 50 remain in the penalty. He comes out from the corner, still with possession somehow. What an effort here from Josh Mills. He'll send it down to the corner and head off for a change. Not too often is he on the turf short-handed, but has found himself in a position to kill some clock there and did a great job of it. Now just 30 seconds remain in this Nanaimo power play. Pilkington from the corner. Now to the outside, back at the point is Andrew Bowman running quarterback here. Ashton driving down low, looking top right. But Ashton Brown denies him as the rebound goes off his shoulder and out of play. Just getting an update from Bill Copeland Arena. Coquitlam currently up 3-0 on Burnaby. As Boas puts that off the right shoulder this time of Ashton Brown. Nanaimo looking at either corner on their latest two bids towards the goal. But the Poco netminder stands the test of time, at least to this point. Back to 5-on-5 we go. 4:20 remaining in the first period. Mills to the near side, Halliday returns it over to Lincoln Wall, now to Silas Richmond. Bobbled the pass, it falls to his feet. Lamoureux collects. Big windup, a twister goes off the toe of Okino and out of play. Smart shot by Austin Lamoureux. Earns a reset on the shot clock for Poco. No look pass down to the corner. Richmond robbed by Okino. And again, loose ball collected by Lamoureux. What an effort. Now Halliday looking for Richmond again. Goes off the shaft of his stick and taken away by Nanaimo. But Jordan Meach, the first man off the bench, out the D gate, sprints over to collect again for the Saints. Here's Wall. Decides to take the shot, stopped by Okino. An early one in the shot clock, sending Nanaimo out of their defensive zone. Chavon finds Lutweiler. As he waits for some reinforcements to join him out the O gate. Late man joining is Matt Boas. Now Miracle. Down low, returning to Boas. Comes over top of the screen. A low shot, stopped by Brown. Looking 5-hole this time. Nanaimo is certainly changing up their shot selection. Give them credit for that, but just have not been able to beat the Poco goaltender, at least not to this point. Now here's Lamoureux. To the opposite side as Mills finds Cowan. Under 3 minutes remain in this first period. Meyer reaching for it, couldn't take it. Nanaimo can, however. They initiate their transition. Getting over center quickly is James Hall. Here's the captain, Andrew Bowman, leaving for Pilkington. Now Matt Boas, shot clock down to 13. Boas, watched on by Ethan Self. Looking for Clark, who takes a big hit from Ty Fisher. Doesn't get into the physical action too much for Ty Fisher. More of a IQ kind of player, reads the play well, but got his body on the line that time and took out the Nanaimo player streaking through the middle. The physicality ramps up in the playoffs. Now Mills lost it on the swim move. Dockstader takes it. Still 14 on the shot clock. Richmond couldn't take the feed cleanly. Falls over to the near side corner. Halliday collects. Takes a hit from behind and draws an interference call with just 6 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Nanaimo was about to escape this possession. Instead, Poco gets a reset. Now Richmond looking through the middle. Finds Dockstader. Spins around the check. Backhand shot stopped by Okino. Rebound goes to the corner. Richmond battles for it. Takes a slash, that's Josh Mills. Got a slash from the goaltender. No call there. Another collision as Nanaimo was about to escape this possession once again. And instead, Poco will earn a reset. Halliday is going to head off, replaced by Austin Lamoureux as the ball sent to him now. 1:20 remaining in the first period. Meyer through the middle, backhand shot, didn't get through. Mills still battling for it. It's among feet. Somebody stepped on the ball there for a moment. Now taken away by Nanaimo, and the officials are going to call him for back in. So some exhausted defenders here for this Timbermen squad. As Poco gets some more fresh legs. This time, Silas Richmond joins the fray. Backhand feed. Lincoln Wall gets underneath. On top of the crease, flip pass, shot, stopped by Okino. Josh Mills robbed by the Nanaimo goaltender right on top of the crease. So we now go to under a minute remaining in this first period. It remains a 1-0 lead for the home team. Shots now 16-18 in favor of Poco. Boas takes an early shot, stopped by the shoulder. Rebound available. One hand shot goes towards the goal, courtesy of Schmidt. And Poco sends it over center, but out of the reach of the intended target, Kalen Mander. Nanaimo wisely deciding not to collect the loose ball until under 30 seconds remain. They will call timeout with 24.1 seconds exactly. And we'll look to draw up their final play of the period. Another opportunity for us to thank one of our sponsors here. Milani Auto Sales is dedicated to customer satisfaction by providing a complete automotive experience at competitive prices. A wide selection of pre-owned SUVs, trucks, minivans, and cars. Find your next vehicle today at milani.biz. Shout out to all of our sponsors that help make these free broadcasts possible. They've done so all summer long. and will continue to do so, at the very least from the Poco perspective. So they do add, well, 0.9 seconds onto the clock. So 25 seconds exactly remain in the period. Nanaimo is going to go 6-on-5, and we'll start from their own end of center. As Poco pressures early. Lady and Jones went into the offensive zone to apply a little pressure on this Nanaimo team, but now they get into their set. 12 seconds remain. Boas playing pass along the outside with Lutweiler. Down low, Pilkington looking through the middle. 5 seconds to play. Lutweiler, rising shot, goes off the shoulder of Brown and out of play. 1.4 seconds remain on the clock. I believe they're going to put, at the very least, a second back up. So there was just a delay before the clock stopped. So the officials will make that adjustment now. We get a brief delay. 2.5 seconds will be the exact amount of time. There's a quick shot from the corner. Brown with one more save, and that will wind down the first period. It was a low-scoring affair, but the intensity has been high, and I got to imagine that will continue through the rest of this one. Game 1, round 1, live from the John Bailey Arena. We're going to step aside for the time being here, folks, but don't go too far. We got a good one on our hands. You're watching Poco Saints Junior A Lacrosse live on BC Sports TV. Welcome back inside the John Bailey Arena here, ladies and gentlemen, just ahead of the start of the second period in Game 1 of Round 1, these BC Junior A Lacrosse League playoffs. And this game is brought to you by BC Sixes. Are you looking to try the new Olympic version of lacrosse? BC Sixes has you covered. Think box lacrosse in the sun, non-stop action, non-stop fun. You can find their media on Instagram under BC Sixes and register at bc6s.com today. So 1-0, the Poco Saints lead at home through 20 minutes of action. And just want to get this in right off the hop because I did get corrected through the intermission on my pronunciation of Matt Bowes. I've been saying Boas, so apologies to the family, and thank you to the person who sent me a message. Very grateful, and that's a good opportunity for us as well to shout out all of our socials. Get interactive on the stream. We always love when we get messages, people telling us where you're watching from. At BC Sports TV, you can hit me up on Instagram at Tino Farah, or on Twitter at Faratino if you prefer. I am continuing my refusal of calling it X. It will forever be Twitter, as far as I'm concerned. But back to the lacrosse we go, as Poco takes the first possession. Pass to the middle wall. Couldn't get a clean look as it fell out of his stick. Now Mills parked it behind the net. Meyer bobbled the pass. Falls down low to the feet of the Nanaimo Timbermen defenseman in Shiloh Hawley. He's got Ty Fisher chasing him down. Pilkington comes in to help. He's got a man on his back. He escapes that pressure. Now connecting with Liam Aston. Aston to Leutwiler. Returns to the near side. 10 to shoot. Bowman to Miracle. Underhand feed. Connects with Pilkington. Now 5 to shoot. Looking for a lane. Sidearm shot. Stopped by Ashton Brown. So that one goes into the cuff of his glove. And he'll hang on for a whistle. Now Nolan Ross into the offensive zone. Cowan first to collect. Late man joining will be Lincoln Wall. Poco elects to go lefty strong. Dockstader with it from the corner. Skips one over to the far side. Return now to Wall, near side. He's got a man closing the gap. Spins away from that, but loses the ball in the process. A great defensive play by Connor DeWitt. And here come the Timbermen. Aiden Collery. Pilkington driving off ball. Didn't get the pass. Here is Matt Bowes into the offensive zone. Watched on by Lamoureux. Pass to the middle. A bounce shot didn't make its way on target. And a quick pass up the floor. Here's Lamoureux on a breakaway. Stopped by Okino. Rebound goes to the corner. Mills collects. Pinned by Chase Chavon. He falls down to the ground, taking a couple slashes. Somehow keeps possession and returns his position behind the net. Leaving for Meach. Now Richmond had a little bit of rust in his stick in that first period. Ideally, from the Poco perspective, is shaking it off as Mills' shot goes wide. Rebound collected by Richmond. Swims over top of his defender, shoots, also puts it wide. Now Mills collects, takes a late shot, looking for a reset, stopped by Okino. Poco almost took a too many men call there. The official decides against it. Loose ball still available. Finn Halliday collects. Just a monster on loose balls is Finn Halliday, and he collects another one, earning a reset for his team. He'll wait for the rest of his teammates to join him in the offensive zone. Richmond back to the outside. Meyer finds Wall, skips one over to the far side. Richmond just could not take it cleanly again. Trying to box out his man, does so and collects the loose ball. Now Dockstader shot, stopped by Okino. He again got his shoulder out, looks up quickly in transition. Pilkington quick off the bench as Nanaimo quick over center. Gavin Gunderson leaves and heads off for a change. Bowman goes head-to-head with Jones. Markle with a shovel shot stopped by Ashton Brown. Another sharp test for the Poco goaltender. And that goes off of the stick of Andrew Bowman and out of play. So Poco essentially gets a free clear and a fresh 30 here as they facilitate the rest of their change. Here's Andrew Cowan. Mills from the low corner, return to him now, halfway through the shot clock. Just a bounce one, 5-hole on Okino, and just cannot solve the Nanaimo goaltender. So the Timbermen go the other way. Going to the net quickly, pass through to the middle as McDonald was robbed by Brown. It stuck in his foot. And on the right side of that goal line, just got an update, another one that is from Bill Copeland. Coquitlam now up 4-2 on Burnaby. But we'll remain focused here from the John Bailey. 10 on the shot clock. Meyer loads, fires, and that gets deflected. Dockstader from the outside. 5 to shoot now. Down low to the corner. Richmond on top of the crease. Shoots. Puts it off the glove of Okino. Rebound goes to the near side. Still available as DeWitt with a man on his back. Takes a wrap check from Dockstader. And DeWitt gets away from that pressure and gets it over center. He'll head off for a well-deserved rest now as Nanaimo still awaits their first goal of the game. Just one goal to this point through about 25 minutes of game action. As Bose bounces one early, out of play cleanly. Ty Fisher will collect. Nolan Ross into the offensive zone. Andrew Cowan gets it fresh off the bench, sends it down low to the corner. It's Lincoln Wall. Sets up shot behind the net. Telegraphed pass was deflected, now sent back to him. Backhand feed, cross floor. Good hands by Lamoureux to keep possession. Meyer shot low. Might have caught a piece of Halliday, who was down. Now a deflected pass by a Nanaimo defender, as that was just supposed to be a lobbed shot towards the goal. Instead, it goes out of play, and Poco gets a reset. Now Mills skips one far side, just off the mark, and Poco will just give it right back to Nanaimo. Now Collery. As Meach joins the play on the defensive end. Instructed to push out. Now Bose over top, sends it wide. Aiden McDonald collects. Finds Pilkington. Fake pass near side, sends it over to the lefties instead. Bowman, fake pass working on Lamoureux, stuck for another defensive shift. That's a couple times this period that he's been out for a defensive shift. Now Aiden McDonald dumps that one down despite the shot clock violation. No call there. His tempers begin to flare between the former member of this Poco Saints team and his former teammates. Here's Richmond, halfway through the shot clock. His pass, intended to find Lincoln Wall, deflected by a defender. Wall continues to battle for it. Just 8 seconds remain on the shot clock. Collects, finds Mills, 5 to shoot. Fires it, puts it wide. Rebound goes towards the restraining line. Nanaimo had it for a moment. Now they collect off the turf as DeWitt shoulders Mander away. Lutweiler driving low. Ethan Self watches him. Pilkington creates some space as Aston returns to Pilkington. 13 to shoot. Through the middle, Lutweiler scores! Nanaimo finally finds the back of the net. The turf burner goes low past Ashton Brown for the game's tying goal with 13-13 remaining in this second period. Get a great look at it here on our brand new behind the net cam. Going stick side past Brown. And just a massive goal for this Timbermen team. And this could be a much different game here if these Saints had been able to hit the net on a handful more of their 21 shots to this point. I mean, I know those 21 shots are the ones that are on target, but I got to imagine they're probably upwards of 30 to 35 shot attempts, not including the passes that have been deflected or bobbled passes. But still time to work as Dockstader finds an underhand feed. Now a jump shot by Lamoureux, stopped by Okino. And he'll send it quickly up in transition. Taken away by Ethan Quinn. He sprints into the offensive zone, leaving now near the restraining line for Ty Fisher. Richmond fakes the shot, finds Mills near the restraining line. Drop pass to Meyer. Richmond has room, fires off the elbow of Okino. Big rebound goes to the corner. Matt Bowes on a defensive shift, collects, and sends it up. Nanaimo with a little extra jump in their step now after finding the back of the net for the first time. Here's Bowes, heavy wind-up, a rising subber goes off the chest of Ashton Brown, and Braden Lady grabs the loose ball. Mander leaves for Lamoureux. 25 goals through the regular season for Austin Lamoureux. 9 since joining the Poco Saints at the deadline. Deflects that breakout pass as Poco looks like they're about to cause that 8-second count as Lamoureux refuses to pick it up, and he does exactly that. What a shift here thus far for Lamoureux. We'll see if his teammates can reward him for his efforts as he stays out onto the turf. Down low, Dockstader. Pass to the middle. Lamoureux with the one-timer stop. Second chance on top of the crease. And no goal, they'll say. It went over the goal line, but Finn Halliday was already in the crease. So a heads-up play by the official to wave that one off. Will remain tied with exactly 11 minutes remaining in the second period. Lutweiler to the corner. It's Aston. Swings it over to the lefties. Bowes with a heavy shot from distance. Wide, rebound falls near the center line. Now Nolan Ross and Jordan Meach are going to push pace. Shot by Ross goes wide. Another wide shot following that last one from Nanaimo, and now a delayed call coming up against Poco. It looks like Jordan Meach is going to be the culprit heading off towards the penalty box. And another opportunity here for us to thank one of our wonderful sponsors here in Extreme Threads. They are the official uniform supplier for the WLA and teams around the world. Your one-stop shop for customized team or company apparel, embroidery, screen printing, sublimated uniforms, and more. ExtremeThreads.ca. There's a fake shot, pass over to the far side. It's Bowman, and Aston play pass. Now Bowes goes to work. Sidearm pass to the near side. Shot goes, might have caught a piece of the post there as Aston was looking top right. But just could not dial that one in. Now Bowman finds Aston again. Works his way with a twister and scores! What a goal from Liam Aston. He was denied from that corner just a moment ago, but this time that twister release was the right decision. Take a look at that one. Unbelievable, just inside the far side post. And Nanaimo grabs their first lead of the game. Little momentum now on the side of the Nanaimo Timbermen on the road for game one. Now Mander gets dumped down. Collery is shaken up after that collision. Nanaimo goes the other way. Collery just getting back to the bench now, but crawling on. That's not a good sign for these Timbermen. Try to provide any updates if possible as the trainer goes over to meet him on the bench. But it is Timbermen possession nonetheless. Ashton from distance, stopped this time by Ashton Brown. Shots now 27-19 in favor of Poco, but it's the visiting Nanaimo Timbermen up 2-1. Halliday leaves for Richmond. Shot clock down to 15. Richmond spins underneath. Circles back from the corner. Pressured. Backhand pass finds Mills. Now Dockstader with room. Shoots and scores! What a goal by Lise Dockstader to get it all tied up at 2. That is a huge goal for these Poco Saints. As Nanaimo had some momentum, but Poco evens it back up courtesy of Lise Dockstader. Led the team in points through the regular season with 62. Tied for the team lead in assists through the regular season with 35. And now has his first of the postseason to get things all tied up. 9:08 remaining. Aiden McDonald with possession as the other number 8 on the turf, Andrew Bowman, sends it over to the far side. Miracle receives a stick check courtesy of Braden Lady, keeps after it and takes it off the turf. Now Jones working on him. Miracle still with it, now loses it, and now taken away on the second chance by Lady, and he'll push pace. directing traffic. Creates space for himself, thanks to the help of Jensen Jones. Now both of them will head off for a change. As Poco gets the rest of their offensive fleet onto the floor. Meyer backpedals his way over to that far side. Lamoureux takes it from distance, now down low to the corner. Mills, back to Meyer. Fake shot, now Cowan with it, tucks underneath. 5 to shoot, back to the far side, corner, and that one goes just wide again. This time Lamoureux on top of the crease, bounces it to the far side and wide. That has unfortunately been the theme in this game. Both of these teams missing the net more times than they'd be comfortable with. Nanaimo looking to change that script here as Bose takes a shot, looking 5-hole on Brown, and another penalty coming up to these Saints. So a couple of minutes after Nanaimo scored on the man up, they will get a chance to do so once again. Rycore Construction has been providing quality craftsmanship to the Lower Mainland for over 15 years. Specializing in residential renovations, anything from a kitchen or bathroom makeover to a full home renovation. They're family owned and operated and pride themselves on an exceptional client experience. RycoreConstruction.ca. So back to the action we will go. 1 for 2 on the man advantage thus far for Nanaimo. Another shot courtesy of Aston. He scored that last goal on the power play, so why not give him another chance? Nanaimo gets the reset. Bowman. Pass intended to find Ashton was off the mark. Dylan Eilert collects. Tries to lob one out of the way of danger. Now that'll be the 8-second count going against Poco on the clear. And they'll give possession right back to Nanaimo. Here is Aston. The latest goal scorer for these Timbermen assumes his position, the near side shooter spot. Pilkington from behind the net. Bose to the near side. Aston, skip feed far side. One-timer, they score! What a goal from the captain, and Nanaimo goes back up. Another power play marker for the Timbermen, and make that the second power play point for Liam Aston as he was the facilitator there, skipping one through the middle. And then that just goes in and out of the stick of Andrew Bowman in a flash. Led the team in power play goals through the regular season with 11 for the Nanaimo captain. Now has his first of the postseason. Not to mention his first power play goal of the postseason. So the theme of Andrew Bowman and power play goals continues. And once again, Poco looks to tie things up. Again, the Saints team won the regular season series, leaving victorious in both of those games through the regular season. Now find themselves down by 1. Richmond shoots, sends it wide, goes off the back of the post and through the middle of the floor. Lincoln Wall looking for one more chance, but could not beat the shot clock. Shots now 28-22 in favor of Poco, but still down by 1. As Chase Chavon sends it over center and heads off for a change. Leutwiler to Pilkington. Return to Leutwiler. Near side, now sends it over to the far side as Schmidt comes around the screen. Shot, a bouncer from his wrong side, stopped by Brown. Now Lady, off the feed from Jordan Meach. Here's Hunter Meyer, sending it over to the far side. Getting underneath, they get the one-timer and score! Lincoln Wall answers back once again for Poco. Much like that last Nanaimo goal, Poco gets the one-timer from a lefty on the crease. This time it's Lincoln Wall, the recipient of that chance. And not a lot that Keegan Okino can do about that one. Sprawling over to that near side, but just could not get there in time. And Lincoln Wall essentially had a yawning cage to send that one home to, and does exactly that. 3-3, we are tied up once again with just under 6 minutes remaining in the second period. life injected into that Poco bench once again as Halliday sends an underhand feed to the outside. Cowan over to Richmond. Skip feed now. Dockstader looking for his second, and he finds it! Lace Dockstader gets back-to-back goals for Poco. Look at the placement of that one. Not the hardest shot in the world by any means, but a perfectly placed one at that. As he goes stick side this time around on Okino with his second goal of the game. And just like that, Poco finds themselves back in front. It was Nanaimo with the 1-goal lead just a moment ago, but a pair of quick tallies from the Saints changes those fortunes. Now they hunt for more. Back in the offensive zone as Richmond drives low. Skips one again over to Mills, near side. Backhand flip past a Wall, who just was not quite expecting that, but had a wide open lane if he had been able to get a handle. Instead, the defense gets back out onto the turf with 5 minutes remaining in the second. Now Aston skips one to the captain, Matt Bowes, who returns it to him. Shot from distance by Aston goes right into the midsection of Brown. Now Dockstader looking for his hat trick goal. A backhand shot stopped by Okino. Now into the offensive zone. Here's Connor Murphy. He'll dish and head off. This game clock now continues to count down. 4:20 remaining in the second. Shot and a rebound collected by Nanaimo. Pilkington is the one who collected. Now pass through. Bowes looking top right. Stopped by the shoulder of Brown. Now bounce shot goes to the far side. Lady over center. Here's Finn Halliday. Another underhand feed, finds Meyer. Cowan through the middle, deflected pass. Halliday keeps after it, and it goes over the goal line. Finn Halliday is fired up as he sends that one home. Just enough spin on it to get it over that goal line. Okino reached for it, but just could not get it in time. Just enough to get over that line. And now Poco officially have their largest lead of the game. 2 goals from Halliday, 2 goals from Dockstader, and 1 from Lincoln Wall. The face-off battle goes, and it'll be an interference call against the Saints, giving possession back to Nanaimo. Now Aiden McDonald gets back into the offensive zone against his former team. Surely he would love to get one behind the goal line against the team he spent the regular season with. But a turnover sends Fisher the other way. One hand on a stick, lobs one over the center line. Jensen Jones on a breakaway, stopped by Okino. Keeps this a 2-goal lead for Poco. So the track meet begins to open up. Nanaimo with speed, back into the offensive zone. Pilkington directing traffic, finds Bowes far side. Now Lutweiler returns it over to the lefties. Bowes retreats. Bowman head up, looking for a target. 5 to shoot. Watched on by Fisher. Finds a man through the middle. A low shot sent wide as the combo of Lady and Neary tackle Lutweiler down to the turf. The physicality continues to ramp up here in the playoffs. Now Mills down low to the corner. Dockstader on the hunt for his 3rd goal of the game. To the outside, instead finds Cowan. Now Richmond. Wines, fires, rebound available. Mills just could not get it in the back of his stick, and Okino does instead and sends it over center. 2:10 remaining in the second period. Liam Aston Stutter step move, gets through the middle, fake shot, looking to dunk it over top of Brown, but just cannot do so. As Poco looks to push the other way. Dockstader was out there for a defensive shift. We'll see if he decides to stay for a second straight O shift or if he wants a break. Looks like he'll stay and play. Lefty strong here for Poco as Wall returns it to Dockstader. 10 to shoot. Meyer down to Halliday. Steps into a shot. His release goes off of a stick of a defender. And Poco will just dump that into the corner as DeWitt somehow ends up in the Poco bench. I believe that was, I don't know, a combination of players not wanting him to change. Now McDonald fires, stopped by Brown. Rebound falls through the middle of the floor. Still available. McDonald sends Lady down to the turf with a check from behind. He'll take an interference call, and Lady will take the loose ball. Calmly over center. Here's Ethan Quinn. 1 minute remaining in the second period. Mills from the near side, half wall. Late man joining is Cowan. Sends it far side to Silas Richmond. Lobs one to the corner. Now Lincoln Wall from the outside, 8 to shoot. Mills sends one just wide. Lamoureux cannot take it. And a fast break opportunity here for Nanaimo. Unable to take it cleanly on the run with Shiloh Hawley. If he had been able to, he had a clear-cut breakaway with a defender on his back. But instead, his team will settle for a settled possession. 27 seconds to play. As they'll look to slow it down. Shot clock down to about 10 seconds. There's about a 7-second difference between the game and shot clock. Now Pilkington, watch from distance, 5 to shoot. Drives low, runs into 2 defenders, now 2 to shoot. Unable to get a shot off, so he'll dump it into the corner. We'll see if Poco wants a timeout or not with 6.6 seconds to play. Now they will call their timeout. As the clock started to wind down, got to imagine they'll put another second back up. As Poco will look to draw up one final play. Milani Auto Sales is dedicated to customer satisfaction by providing a complete automotive experience at competitive prices. A wide selection of pre-owned SUVs, trucks, minivans, and cars. Find your next vehicle today at Milani.biz. So we'll get another look at a couple of these last plays here as we flex our new technology muscle here on BC Sports TV. Proud to bring you guys a couple of behind the net cams, some new replay angles, and some new graphics on screen as well. Shout out to our fearless leader, Keith Gagne, for manning the front there. Oh, so they actually got 3 seconds added onto the scoreboard. 8.8 down from 5.5. Humble brag also, math guy myself. Poco starts from their own defensive end, now down to 7 seconds. Quickly into the O-zone, Mills with room. Far side feed, but the pass was unable to be handled cleanly by Halliday. They were about to get the look they wanted, but instead they will head towards the intermission with a 2-goal advantage with 20 more minutes to go. We're going to step aside here, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for joining us on BC Sports TV. We got third period action coming right up. You're watching Poco Saints Junior A Lacrosse. Welcome back inside the John Bailey Arena, ladies and gentlemen. Just moments away from the start of the third and final frame from game number one of round number one of the BC Junior A Lacrosse League playoffs. And this broadcast on BC Sports TV is brought to you by Rycore Construction. Rycore Construction has been providing quality craftsmanship to the Lower Mainland for over 15 years. Specializing in residential renovations, anything from a kitchen or bathroom makeover to a full home renovation. They're family owned and operated and pride themselves on an exceptional client experience. RycoreConstruction.ca. Thank you to all of our sponsors here on the broadcast this evening. Extreme Threads, Rycore Construction, Milani Auto Sales, and BC Sixes. We'll hear more about all of those later on, but we got a third period to get to here, and we are underway. It's the Poco Saints 5, it's the Nanaimo Timbermen 3, and 20 more minutes to go. Lee Stockstader and Finn Halliday lead the way for the Saints with 2 goals each. Lincoln Wall rounds that out with 1 goal of his own, and then 1 goal for all 3 of Liam Aston, Nicholas Lutweiler, and Andrew Bowman, as they'll get their first offensive set of the third period. Bowman over to Aston. 2 of the 3 goal scorers on the turf currently. Pilkington fires one, stopped by Brown. Rebound goes off the corner boards and collected by Nanaimo. Andrew Bowman slowing things down off the reset. Sends a low feed over to Matt Bowes. He'll get away from some pressure and send it back to the outside. Bowman and Pilkington play pass for a moment. Now behind the net. Pass to the middle. It's Miracle. Returns it now behind the net. Aston bobbled it as Neary closes the gap. Now Miracle and alone, robbed by Brown. Just tiptoeing that crease. And Miracle is slow to get up as he's just now getting back to his feet behind the play and slowly making his way back to that Nanaimo bench. He's going to get checked out by the trainer as Poco sends a shot wide and out of play. Now here come the Timbermen once again. Just over a minute and a half through this third period. Timbermen still down by 2. Schmidt collects from the near side. Returns it down low. Now far side feed finds Lutweiler, the other goal scorer for these Timbermen. Bowman could not avoid the center line, so he'll dump that down to the corner, and Poco will collect. Dylan Eilert instructed to look up near center. Lee Stockstader was there awaiting the feed. Bounce pass near center finds Lady. Got to be careful of that center line. Just tiptoes it. Tries to feed Lamoureux. Now Finn Halliday on the swim move. Gets through. Can't get a shot off. Now he does, and Okino gets a stick on it. What an effort by Halliday. Just refusing to give up possession. Now he watches on from the bench with Nanaimo collecting. It's Matthew Bowes into the O-zone. Lutweiler, far side feed to Pilkington. Drives low on Meach. Now spins back as Meach recovered. Aston with it. Bowes, 5 to shoot. Gets over top of the first checker. That one goes wide. Rebound collected. Schmidt, blind shot. Goes off the toe of Brown. Bowes hunting for the rebound, as is Ty Fisher for the Saints. Eventually knocked free to Ethan Quinn, who collects. A solid effort coming from Logan Schmidt to get a late shot. Almost got the loose ball himself, but instead Poco collects. Nanaimo upping their pressure as Poco just now getting cleanly into the offensive zone as the shot clock is over halfway through. Meyer takes the feed, winds, fires, puts it wide. Loose ball falls to Connor DeWitt. Stick check, though, by Mills. Takes possession right back as he goes over the head of DeWitt, who returns the favor with a yard sale against Josh Mills, and Nanaimo takes it right back. Now Bowman from distance to Aiden McDonald. Matt Bowes down to the corner. Miracle right back out there after getting shaken up. Now one-timer attempted by Bowman. That one goes well wide into the corner. Mander doesn't want to touch it as the shot clock is about to wind down. He'll essentially just kill about 6 seconds of clock there with nobody near him. And he'll get it back up over center. Nice feed on a rope to Elise Dockstader from Andrew Cowan. Dockstader retreats to the perimeter, finding some room. Heavy perimeter pressure here from Nanaimo. A much different looking defense from what we've seen through the first two periods. Now Halliday over to the far side. Dockstader down low to the crease. Lamoureux scores! Austin Lamoureux gets into the action. Taking the feed from the far side. Another one-timer on top of the crease. No, excuse me, he handled it for a moment. And that little bit of hesitation was enough to create some space. Here's a great look at it. See, he shows off his hand. The fake far side was just enough to get Keegan Okino to bite, creating some room, opening up that near side. And Lamoureux makes this a 3-goal lead now for Poco. Nanaimo battling for it. It turns into a partial break, but Hall will turn back. And Nanaimo looks for an answer. Still looking for their first goal since the second period. As Pilkington waits for help. Lutweiler comes in to provide that. Now creates some space for Pilkington. Miracle, skip feed. Aston returns to the near side. Bose stopped by Brown. Rebound falls right to Lady. He'll sprint the floor. An early change, though, from Nanaimo as Chase Chavon took away that lane. And Lady will leave for Mills and head off for a change. Mills joined by Wall. Righty strong here for Poco. Mills finds Richmond. Back to Mills. Fires, blocked before it got through. Okino will reach for it out of his crease. Now they got a man up the play here. Shiloh Hawley on a breakaway. Stopped by Brown. Rebound available. Stopped by Brown. 2 straight saves for Ashton Brown. Denying Hawley and McDonald. Furious on the bench. Now a chance for Poco as Mills sends it wide. Dockstader collects it near the restraining line. Action starting to heat up here from the John Bailey Arena. Just over 14 minutes remaining in the third period. Saints still up by 3. Flip pass to the middle. Halliday got sandwiched between a couple of defenders. Somehow keeps possession, and Richmond reaching for it. Could not take it. And now he'll head off as the ball rolls all the way back into the Poco defensive end. Mander watching Pilkington. Goes to the outside for Lutweiler. Now Bowman. Return to the righties. Pilkington looking near side, finds Matt Bose. Pilkington with it again as they get their motion going. Now Bowman, watched on by Nolan Ross. Refusing to give him even an inch. Sharp angle shot, stopped by Ashton Brown, and he'll collect the loose ball. But an interference call, courtesy of Jensen Jones, sends Andrew Bowman into the corner. He'll head off now. He shares some words with the Poco bench, but it is Nanaimo possession nonetheless. Another stick check, this time from Kalen Mander, as the loose ball falls out of the stick of, I believe that was Ty Pilkington who lost it. Poco takes it right back. Mander calmly over center. 13-10 to play in the third period. Dockstader to Andrew Cowan. Silas Richmond still looking for his first return to him. One-timer stopped by Okino. Poco denied this time on the crease play. Now Richmond with a spin move on top of the crease. What a save by Okino. Richmond just now getting back to his feet and getting out of the crease. Poco keeps possession. It's Meyer. Looks far side, Cowan. Back to Richmond again. Skip feed over to the far side corner. Dockstader returns it back to Richmond, who could not take it. Picked off by a defender in Connor Murphy. And that'll be an interference call going against Nanaimo. Silas Richmond draws that call and earns his team a reset. 12.5 to play now. Dockstader sends it behind the net. Cowan, a no-looker, finds Halliday. Fake shot out of the outside. Richmond scores! Silas Richmond gets his first as a member of the Poco Saints. Just a howitzer from distance from Silas Richmond. How about that windup? And he's fired up after that one. finally finds his way onto the score sheet. Take a look there. Stick side. Past Keegan Okino. And the lead is now 4. Poco grabs possession again as Nolan Ross takes it, goes to the net, stopped by Okino. Big rebound falls through the middle and collected by Connor DeWitt. DeWitt leads for Aiden McDonald. He and Kalen Mander go head-to-head off ball. Mander just pinning Aiden McDonald along the far sideboards, refusing to even let him move in the O-zone. Meanwhile, Nanaimo goes to work with their lefties. It's Miracle gets around the check of Lady. Backhand feed to Bose, scores! What a shot from Matt Bose. Just like that Lease Dockstader goal from back in that second period, just a perfectly placed shot from Matt Bose. See picks far side past Ashton Brown. Just inside the post, almost no angle there. And gets the first goal of the period for Nanaimo, and that is a massive goal at that. But it is possession Poco for a moment at least, as the captain leaps to pick that one off. And now leaping to keep possession was Gavin Gunderson. We'll see if they can still keep. Yes, Gavin Gunderson eventually batted it back towards the restraining line for Bowman to collect. Over halfway through the shot clock, though, as they just now get their settled offense into the mix, now under 10 to shoot. As Ashton goes to work, Pilkington finds Bowman, watched on by Neary. Shot looking 5-hole, Brown shuts the door, and Ty Fisher takes the feed far side. Now Mills collects near the center line. Lead is cut down to 3 with that latest goal, courtesy of Matt Bose. Here's Richmond, far side feed just off the mark. Loose ball falls through the middle. Mills digging for it. Can't get it through a flurry of bodies. Richmond comes in to try to apply some pressure. He pins his man on the far side boards. Stumbles, gets back to his feet, but just now Nanaimo gets into the offensive zone. Richmond eats about 10 seconds of shot clock before heading off for a change. Now McDonald working on Meach. Mander comes in to help. Shot again, looking 5-hole. Where is it? It's on the goal line. And Braden Lady just shut the door in time. Officially halfway through the third period. Here's Lincoln Wall driving low, runs into a double team, sent it now to the near side. Halliday with a low shot, stopped by Okino. Big collision on a pick set by Morgan Treitz, creating some space for his teammate with Nanaimo getting over the center line. Now Blake Miracle leaves for Pilkington and then assumes his position near side corner. Pass to the middle. Lutweiler unintentionally deflected it towards the goal. But not the shot he wanted as Dylan Eilert clears the center line. 9:15 to play in the third period. Poco leading 7-4. Dockstader from the far side corner. Finds Lincoln Wall, last man joining the fray. Dockstader with it again. Down low. Cowan looking for Richmond. Blocked pass, now just 7 seconds to shoot. That time Halliday was the recipient of the pass, but it deflects out of his stick. Richmond tries to pick off the pass. Now an opportunity as Aston just could not take the pass cleanly. That's happened a handful of times between both of these teams in this game. But Aston was all alone on top of the crease and just could not get a shot off. Mills to Wall. Near side, Lamoureux down low to the corner. Halliday to Meyer. Shoots, stopped by Okino. Rebound falls towards Mills. He collects. Fresh 30 for Poco. Now Meyer with it. Halliday. Lamoureux drove through the middle. Halliday still with it. Stopped by Okino, and he'll hang on to get a whistle. And lob one towards the center line. Aiden Collery collects. Finding Matthew Bowes before heading off for a change. McDonald, late man joining is Bowman. Nice toe drag, a sidearm bouncer, goes just wide. McDonald collects, loses the ball thanks to the check of Mander. Nanaimo keeps after it though. Here's Lutweiler to Bowman. Schmidt wants the pass, now gets it over to him, gets a shot off too, and Brown had to be sharp there. As Logan Schmidt went streaking just before the shot clock expired, got the pass, got the shot off, but Ashton Brown shut the door. Now 7.5 to play. Lamoureux gets the feed, fakes the shot, stumbles, and finds his footing again from the corner. It's Lamoureux. Intended to find Cowan, pass picked off though. And off to the races goes Connor Murphy, watched on by Cowan. They will both head off to their respective benches. As the offense of the Timbermen gets back out onto the turf. Pilkington skips one down to the near side. Bowes rounding the corner, working on self, sends it over to the far side. Aston has his pass deflected by Lady and taken away by Brown. Dylan Eilert gets over the center line. The farther we get towards the end of this game, the more and more the clock becomes the enemy of these Nanaimo Timbermen. Richmond works his way down low. Flip pass intended to find Halliday, who got dumped down for his efforts. Now Lincoln Wall collects. No reset though, just 4 to shoot. Low shot sent wide. So that one goes towards the center line. Would have been a back over call, but the shot clock just happened to expire first, so Ty Pilkington will collect on a free clear. Pilkington and Bowman play pass for a moment before sending it over to the near side. Now back to Pilkington. Watched by Meach. Bowes, quick pass down low. Bowman waits for the screen from Miracle. Shot from distance, sent wide. Lady collects the loose ball. Quick pass finds Mander. He'll head it up to Jordan Meach. Wants to go towards the goal. Now he'll leave for Mills before heading off for a change. Mander waiting near center collects. Mills with it once again. Under 6 to play in the third. Under 15 to shoot. Mills with it again. Near side feed. Meyer waits for the screen. Pass down low. Dockstader was the intended recipient. Had it deflected. Mills takes a high stick there. Has his stick batted away afterwards as well. And Mills is shaken up after that one. Aiden Collery got him with the high hit. We'll get another look at it there. Oh, man. Just a 2-minute call to Aiden Collery. And not a great position now for these Timbermen. Still with time to work with, but by the time this penalty expires, assuming they do not give up a goal, it'll be down to about 3.5 minutes remaining with them down by 3. We'll see how this one shapes up as Richmond steps into a shot, stopped by Okino, and he wants to send a man quickly. But Cowan on the back check negated that chance. Dockstader comes in to assist as well and takes possession back for Poco. There is the man who drew the penalty in Josh Mills. Stays out for the power play. Assumes his position at that far side shooter spot. Opposite side here is Richmond. Now Cowan from the point. Underhand feed to Dockstader. Good hands to keep possession there as that one was towards his midsection. Now Mills robbed by Okino. Poco earns a reset. Quick perimeter work here for the Saints. Richmond through the middle, gets a shot off. Okino gets a stick on it and collects the loose ball himself. Halfway through the high sticking call to Aiden Collery. As Poco collects possession once again. Mills with it, waiting for help. 4:20 to play in the third period. Cowan running quarterback here on the power play. Dockstader from the crease sends it up to Mills. Now back to the point. Richmond, fake shot, sends it to Cowan, shoots, kicked aside by Okino. Huge rebound goes towards the center line. Cowan will calmly collect on his own side of center. 4 minutes to play, under 30 seconds remaining in the power play. Richmond with it. Far side feed. Quick one now to the outside. Return to Richmond. Backhand feed down low. Lamoureux to Cowan. Return to Lamoureux. Shoots. Stopped again by Okino. Lamoureux reached around his defender. Now Mills is going to apply some pressure here on the back check. Tries a wrap check with his back turned. And we'll go back to 5-on-5 action. It's McDonald. Runs into a couple of defenders. Mills now heads off for a change. McDonald still with it. 3 defenders now start to close the gap. Shot clock down to 5. Leutwiler on a swim move goes across the crease and scores! What a goal for Leutwiler. A highlight reel tally gets Nanaimo back on the board and back within 2. This might be goal of the night here, folks, as he gets the swim move to go around the defender, then drives low, avoiding that crease. Oh my goodness, what a goal for his second of the game, courtesy of Nicholas Leutwiler. If Nanaimo is able to climb back, remember that penalty kill just a moment ago. Lincoln Wall takes possession. Under 3 minutes to play. Richmond collects near the restraining line. Spins away from the pressure of DeWitt. Now Halliday sends it down low to the corner. Poco looking to calm things down here with under 10 to shoot. Lincoln Wall steps into one. Stopped by Okino. Big rebound falls towards Lincoln Wall. He continues to dig for it. He and Dockstader combine to create some space and earn a reset. Now Meyer from the near side. Down to 2:20 on the game clock. Richmond gets underneath, works his way through to the middle. Shot stopped by Okino. Got to be careful of the back in call there as Connor Murphy sends it up near the center line. Gavin Gunderson returns the favor to James Hall. Both of them will head off to their bench, replaced by Aston and Bose. Now under 2 to play. Miracle. Far side feed. Pilkington over to Aston. Tries a jump shot, sent well wide. Bose collects, looking 5-hole on Brown, who shuts the door. Now Fisher and Meats just play pass near the center line to elude the pressure of Liam Aston. Fisher, got to be careful. That back over call. Shoulders his way away from the pressure of Jimmy Murphy before heading off for a change. Now 1.5 to play. Dockstader gets the screen from Meach. Steps into a shot, looking stick side, but sent it just wide. Halliday collects near the center line, dumps it towards the corner. A smart play as that one ricochets all the way around the boards to facilitate a full sail change here for Poco. Now Nanaimo gets back into the offensive zone. Hold on to those seats here, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute to play. Nanaimo down by 2. Aston steps into a shot, stopped by Brown. He's got Mander up to play. An empty net in front of him. That one goes off the ceiling. Now 50 seconds remaining. Nanaimo still with possession. Pilkington took the cross floor feed. Leutwiler with it again. 6-on-5. Shot, glove saved by Brown. Rebound falls to the corner. Miracle collects. And Nanaimo is going to call a timeout here with 37 seconds to play. Again, they want time back on the clock. The coaching staff screaming for 5 seconds to be put on. We'll see if that is a argument or negotiation, we'll call it, that they will win with the officials as they do head over to the scorekeeper's box. And they'll add about 1.5 seconds onto the board. Nanaimo not happy about it, but they'll be up to 38.5 seconds remaining, down by 2. And a reminder, you can catch all of the Poco Saints Junior A home playoff games live on BC Sports TV for free. We appreciate everybody who's joined this broadcast as well as all the other ones that we've had throughout the regular season. Thank you to all of our sponsors as well for helping to make these free broadcasts possible. And again, if you have not done so, make sure you throw us a follow and hit that subscribe button on the YouTubes as well. If you want to stay tuned for whenever we go live, hit that bell icon as well. It'll send you a notification every time we do go live. But we're back to the action. 6-on-5, Nanaimo will go. Just over 30 seconds remaining. They're down by 2. It's Leutweiler. Sends it over to Pilkington. A quick shot, stick save by Brown, and he'll collect the loose ball. They've got an empty net to go towards, as Brown will leave for Dylan Eilert. And now Poco is going to call timeout, it looks like. So that'll give me a chance to finish that thought. So again, hit the subscribe button on the YouTubes if you so choose. And again, if you want a notification every time we do go live, the little bell icon is what you want to hit. And I know I mentioned it earlier, but we always love it when people get interactive on the streams. Let us know where you're watching from. You can hit us up across all of our social medias at BC Sports TV. If you want to send me a message, you can find me on Instagram at Tino Farah or on Twitter at Ferratino. So 18.6 seconds is the official amount of time remaining on the clock, with Poco leading by 2. So they can kill the remainder of this game if they so choose, and Nanaimo will remain 6-on-5 despite not having possession here. They got to take a chance and get possession back quickly if they have any shot here. But they'll need a miracle. They essentially just keep their offense on the floor, or at least many of their offensive pieces. Aston's out there. Bowman's out there. Pilkington's out there. As Halliday collects that one off the turf. 10 seconds remaining. There's the double team. Halliday still with possession. Cradling his way through the double team, sends it towards the corner, and that will do it. The Poco Saints earn a Game 1 victory in this best-of-7 series in round 1. 7-5 is your final. It got a little bit dicey at times, but now they will head off onto the road for Game 2 in Nanaimo. Thank you to everybody for joining us again here on BC Sports TV. It was a pleasure to bring you this one, and it was a pleasure that you decided to join us. Again, we'll be back to bring you Game 3 live from the John Bailey Arena. But for the time being, we are going to step aside. For the entire cast of characters up here in the booth, for Charlotte behind the camera, I've been Tino Farah, we've been BC Sports TV, and we will see you next time.